Yeah, the best of luck. Now then, you could say our next guest is a bit of a chameleon when it comes to film roles. He's been a Bond villain, a psychopath and even a stripper of sorts.
And now Robert Carlyle has taken on the role of Prime Minister in his new action-packed political drama, Cobra.
This is the Prime Minister. The situation in London today is very grave. Without fuel and supplies, people in the worst affected areas will die.
Well, Robert joins us. Something Clary said.
I'm suffering. Robert knows, we've just discussed with him. If there's one thing he takes away from here today, it's don't deeply inhale Clary says.
You're such a Wally.
I can sneezing all the way through. Yeah.
So,
I smell nice though, don't you?
You do.
It does smell nice. I mean, just looking at that trailer there, I mean, this is dark, this is gritty, it's exciting. Cobra, we know what Cobra is, but nobody really knows what actually happens behind those closed doors. Just explain a little bit about what we've just seen.
Well, Cobra meetings are convened at times of kind of national emergency when terrible stuff is happening in the country. In this particular instance, we are affected by what's called extreme space weather in the shape of a solar storm.
Right.
Nuclear particles kind of emanate from the sun and they kind of hurtle towards the Earth and they affect satellite systems, air traffic and the grid, national grid, electric, so everything goes kaput. Plunges the country into darkness.
And the thing with this also is that you're the Prime Minister.
I am.
And we'll come to that in just a minute. I thought of something. But there is also, you know, political shenanigans here. There's power play, isn't there?
Well, you know, an interesting thing about this, of course, is it's something that you know that there's stuff going on inside your own cabinet. People are trying to oust you. People are looking for an Achilles heel. And in this case, it takes the shape of my Home Secretary, played by the brilliant David Haig. And there's plenty of jousting between me and him that goes on during the show.
And then, you see, obviously he's got this huge test because of this solar storm that you just talked about. Yeah. But also, a story much closer to him personally is his daughter.
Yeah.
And she's just graduated, I think, from St Andrews University,
That's right,
hasn't she? And she's gone on a night out to celebrate. And she's taken drugs. And she finds herself being plunged into a coma. So he's got this sort of very personal side of his life that's being scrutinised.
Well, what's happened, in fact, is her friend that goes into the coma that she's been taking, but the drugs have been supplied by potentially her. So, of course, that's all the ammunition people need to kind of get at the Prime Minister of the day. So he's coping with this like national kind of disaster that's going on, and he's coping with like family problems also. Nice thing about the piece is that quite a few of the characters, like Victoria Hamilton, who plays my Chief Secretary Anna Marshall, she's got her own stuff going on as well in her life. Richard Dormer, the Chief Civil Servant, he again has stuff going on in his life. So you're seeing the kind of people behind. I talk about it when they go home and take the tie off. Yes. You actually see what these people are like, you know, for real.
You have played in your life difficult roles, challenging roles. Is there anything more difficult for you as a lifelong Labour supporter to play a Tory Prime Minister?
Yeah, it's who knew? No, the lesser spotted Scots Tory. I'm calling this. There's no men in them around. So, but listen, it was a pleasure to play this and to get offered this role. I mean, who's going to cast me as a Conservative Prime Minister? So I was delighted when this offer came in, and it's a real challenge. I'm always looking for a challenge. This was a challenge, but you know, a really enjoyable.
What were the biggest challenges? I mean, I suppose really it doesn't get much more challenging than playing Hitler.
Yes, well, of course. I mean, you know, it's a step up from that at least.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I suppose just try to get it right. Everybody's got a kind of an idea of what they think a Prime Minister is, you know. And I tried my best in this to. It's not based on any one particular person, but I looked at many different types of politicians, Prime Ministers, kind of shuffled the pack and thought. I
wasn't linking the Prime Minister to or any prime ministerial position to it. What I was saying was that you know that was a challenging role and one that actually when you were playing it you felt weird with the crew.
Yes. Oh, you mean with the Hitler piece?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I tell you, that was really, really difficult because I didn't really realise at first that quite a few of the crew were Jewish, you know. And I had a week of shooting where we did these Munich beer hall speeches, which is just, you know, anti-Semitic, vile stuff that's coming out of his mouth. And I was battering this stuff out for a week. And it really affected me, actually, you know. And the crew were lovely, saying, don't worry, it's fine, it's fine. But I just kept on hearing it, you know. And, of course, you've got to make it as believable as you can.
Yeah, that is tough.
That was a tough moment.
People might be surprised to think that probably one of your toughest challenges was on the full Monty. Because you think that would just be a bag of laughs. But actually, you
Get the cut off.
But you, at one point during filming, you weren't sure whether you were going to see it through to the end.
Yeah, well, it was just a kind of crisis of confidence, really, that happened at that time. That comedy, I mean, talking about, something like Hitler is obviously really, really tough, but comedy is very, very tough.
To get it right.
Yeah, because I'm not a comedian, you know. It's like I really admire these guys that just do that, easily. It didn't come easy to me, and so the problem with that was stuff that's funny at 7:30 in the morning. When you're continually shooting it for like 6, 8, 10 hours, it's not very funny anymore.
Yeah.
So you begin to look at yourself and think, I'm messing this up.
Right.
So it was more about that, really.
Right.
And the other thing I read this morning, which I had no clue at all, and I thought, oh, how calming, how relaxing. You live in Vancouver.
I do, yes.
How long have you been there?
I've been there the best part of 10 years now, in actual fact, yeah. I went out there for a TV show called Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
And that's kept us there, yeah.
And you said to the kids, got them all together, end of filming, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back? You want to stay?
Exactly. I mean, it was finished about a year and a bit ago, and we were packed up. Everything was kind of ready to go, and I could see the kids were kind of heads were going down, and we said, well, let's ask them what they think, And no sooner had the words come out my mouth, but they said, we want to stay.
Really?
Okay. Okay, then.
That's another decision we had to make. So we decided, they're 13, 15 and 17 now, especially the 15, 17-year-old that are kind of really, could be a difficult time.
They got their friends.
They got their friends.
Yeah,
and my daughter particularly is a wee social butterfly. She's everywhere. All their friends are there, and I thought, well, let's sit here for a wee while until we go through school.
Well, if this goes to second series, you film it in Manchester, so you'll have to come back for that.
I'll be back.
And do you go back up to Scotland?
I was there over Christmas and New Year, and I'm always back in the summertime and always back at Christmas.
Well, it's lovely to see you, Robert.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
really
very
is.
much indeed. All 6 episodes of Cobra will be launched on the 17th of January on Sky and Now TV. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, still to come, Deirdre's helping with all your relationship dilemmas. That's right after the break.